We've been asked to solve the following trigonometric equation. Sinus 2x plus cosinus x equals 0 in the interval, semi-open interval 0 to pi. Okay, so let's do that. To do that, we're going to transform sinus x, sinus 2x equal 2 sinus x cosinus x. And therefore, this implies that sinus 2x plus cosinus x equals 0 is equivalent to cosinus x multiplied by 2 sinus x plus 1 equals 0. Okay? Cosinus x. So basically, we will replace here sinuses by 2 sinus cosinus x. And this gives us, we factor cosinus x. So give us cosinus multiplied by 2 sinus x plus 1 equals 0. So cosinus x multiplied 2 sinus x plus 1 equals 0. That means this is a product of two factors equals 0. That means either one of the factors is 0. So this is equivalent. So the above equation equivalent is a cosinus x equals 0 or 2 sinus x plus 1 equals 0. Okay? So those are the two conditions. So those two conditions are equivalent. So this second condition is equivalent that sinus x equal minus 1 over 2. Okay? So the first condition is cosinus equals 0, and the second one is sinus x equal minus 1 half. Okay. Now, let's draw the trigonometric circle. Okay. And so here you have 0, you have 1, minus 1, minus 1, plus 1. Okay. And let's take the angle pi over 6. So here we're going to have the angle pi over 6. This is pi over 6. And for this angle, the cosinus is square root of 3 over 2. And the sinus equal 1 half. Okay. Now, first let's solve cosinus x equals 0. So I cosinus x equals 0. This is mean, if you look at the trigonometric circle, cosinus equals 0 when x equals pi over 2 or 3 pi over 2. So this is equivalent x equal pi over 2. That cosinus pi over 2, this is pi over 2 is 0. 3 pi over 2 is 0. Or x equal 3 pi over 2. So this is the first case. Okay. Now let's look at the second case. That we have sinus x equal minus 1 over 2. Okay. So look at the trigonometric circle. Sinus x equal minus 1 half is going to be this angle here. This angle here, which is pi plus 6 plus pi. So it's going to be 7 pi over 6. And also for this angle, this angle, this angle is 2 pi minus pi over 6, which is 11 pi over 6. Okay? So you see here we have it's going to be minus 1/2. And also here, the sinus for this angle also equal minus 1 over 2. So sinus x equal minus 1 over 2. This is equivalent that x equal 7 pi over 6, or x equal is going to be 11 pi over 6. Okay? So remember that x must be, so all those things, you have x must be in the semi-open interval 0 to pi. X 0 to pi. Okay? So the solution we have, the solution are, we're going to have x1 equal pi over 2, x2 equal, here is going to be 7 pi over 6, and x3 equal what? 3 pi over 2, and finally x4 equal 11 pi over 6. Okay, this is the solution. So we have two solutions to value of x in the interval 0 to pi that satisfy this equation, sinus 2x plus cosinus equals 0. And those four values of x are x equal pi over 2, x equals 7 pi over 6, x equal 3 pi over 2, and s equal 11 pi over 6.